smile looks nice on you. You should keep smiling. Everybody should smile here. Wow, I love the way you smile, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The page number is 22 and the subject is English. So children, the page number is 22 and the subject is English. I can hear noise in the background. Those people who are there disturbing you, tell them to go away. Let them give you space. Okay, children, so we are going to start from page 22. Sorry, let's begin with page 21 because that's where we have a new sub-theme. So on page 21 we have a theme, health in our sub-county or division, and the sub-theme is disease vectors. Then we have words in our vocabulary. The vocabulary, we have the word health, we have the word bedbug, housefly. Let me hope you're reading with me. You shouldn't read alone. You should read, then I will know that you're following me. Health, bedbug, housefly, transmit, vector, disease, cockroach, cause, spread, breeding places, rabies, and sick. Those are the words in our vocabulary list. We have the word bedbug. Bedbug, that is an insect. That insect protects itself by giving us a bad smell. It uses a bad smell to protect itself. That is a bedbug. We have the word vector. Vector, those disease-causing germs. Then we have the word breeding places. Breeding places means a place where those insects, those vectors, lay eggs. Like a breeding place for mosquitoes is stagnant water. That water that does not move, okay? Like when it rains, that water that remains there and it does not move, that is stagnant water. So the breeding place for mosquitoes is stagnant water. And then we have the word rabies. Rabies, that is a sickness. So those are the new words I can talk about. Now let's go to the next page. On the next page we have the word, next page, that is page 22. The first activity there says, spell and read aloud the vocabulary words given above. So you've been told to read and spell. You're going to spell the words we've just written and read them aloud. So the next one says, make sentences using the vocabulary words given above. So here they have given you 3 examples. They have written sentences using those words. The first example, slash the compound to scare away the vectors. So here they used the word vectors. A housefly spreads cholera. They used the word spread. We bathe every day to keep healthy. Here they used healthy. So you can use other words in the vocabulary list to construct the sentence. Okay? So we need more 7 sentences from you. They have done for you 3, and the remaining 7 are for you to write. The next one says, write the plural forms of the following words. We have the word louse. Louse, when it is 1. Who can tell us the plural of louse? When there are many, they are. We talked about this thing sometime back. When it is 1, it is a louse, and when there are many, they are. Ooh, someone to help me here is out, so let's wait for him to come back. There's no way we can unmute. Okay, we have the word louse, we have the word mosquito, we have the word tick, we have the word disease, we have fly, and a patient. A patient is a sick person. So those are the words that we have. Since I have no one to help me here, let's just go through them. Louse, when it is one, it is a louse. When it is one, and it is an insect. And when there are many, they are lice. L-I-C-E. There's a small word, ice. Lice, lice. I'm not talking about rice. Rice is the one you eat. But lice, the one found in people's heads and people's hair. Those people who don't want to bathe, they have lice. Then we have mosquito. Mosquito when it is one, mosquitoes when there are many. Tick, ticks. Disease, diseases. Fly, you drop the Y and add I-E-S. And then patient, a sick person is called a patient. One patient but many patients. That one is done. Write the words correctly. Those words are the same words we have in the vocabulary list. They have been jumbled. So you have to unjumble them and write them well. So now let's look at the use of who. Who can be used as a conjunction? What do I mean? Who can be used as a joining word. It can be used to join sentences. And who replaces a pronoun when joining sentences, meaning that there are some pronouns we don't repeat. So who replaces a pronoun? It replaces the second subject. For example, I have my example here. We talked to the man. He was mad. So this other he is going to be replaced by who. And that means after who, we are not going to put the word he. We are not going to say, we talked to the man who he know. That won't make sense. So who is going to replace the word he. And then we shall say, we talked to the man who was mad. We talked to the man who was mad. So the word who has replaced the word he. Then we have the next one. She is the girl. She stole my money. She is the girl. She stole my money. Yes, who can use who to join the two sentences? Let's hear from Leah. Let's hear from Leah. Let's hear from Leah. Yes, Leah, try to unmute yourself. Try to do it so fast, Leah. Yes, Leah? Yeah, really? You mean you can't unmute yourself? Please, can you try it? Yes?
Which page are we on?
I expected that. Why do you come to school, to class late? Why do you report late? The page number there is 22. Okay? The subject, I believe you know the subject is English, and the page number is 22. Let's get someone else. Leah was just asking of the page number. So let's get someone else. Let's hear from Bella. Bella, unmute. I see you.
She is the girl who stole my money.
She is the girl who stole my money. Joseph is the scout. Joseph is the scout. He helped that old lady. Still we are using who. Joseph is the scout. He helped that old lady. Let's hear from Paul. Paul, you're writing as we are learning. Can you stop it? And try to use big letters. I marked your paper, but your letters were too tiny. I couldn't even read. So write letters that I can see. Paul, unmute yourself and tell us the answer. And stop writing those very tiny letters. They're not nice. Paul, unmute yourself. Let me read for you the sentence. Joseph is the scout. We are on page 22. And we are answering that first number on the activity. Joseph is the scout. He helped that old lady.
The scout who helped that old lady.
Yes, Joseph is the scout who helped that lady. And Paul, punctuate your sentences. You don't want to put full stops. You don't want to put full stops. So children, we are now on page 23. Page 23, then the next number is number 2. We are the people. We entered the church first. We are the people. We entered the church first. Yes, who can join the two sentences? Yes, Batenga. Batenga.
We are the people who entered the church
First. Good. We are the people who entered the church first. Nice. Number 3, let's try mode 2 and then we see something else. I saw the stranger. She stole your book. Paisley. Let's hear from Paisley. Paisley, unmute yourself. I saw the stranger. She stole your book.
Teacher, which page?
I knew Paisley would ask. We are on page 23. We are on page 23. But next time, keep time. 23 and the number is number 3. I saw the stranger. She stole your book. Paisley, can you tell us the answer? Have you seen that question? I saw the stranger. She stole your book. We are joining the two sentences using who. Paisley has just joined. Let's get someone who was here when we were starting. Yes, Martha. Martha, unmute yourself and tell us the answer.
I saw the stranger who stole your book.
I saw the stranger who stole your book. We are trying the last one. Mary has been with the man. He sells ice cream. Mary has been with the man. He sells ice cream. That one is for a man, Anna. Anna? Yes, Anna?
Mary has been with the man who sells ice cream.
I didn't say Martha, I said Anna. So Martha, keep quiet. Yes, Anna?
Mary has been with the man who sells ice cream.
Mary has been with a man who sells ice cream. So children, we've done examples from 1. These are not even examples. We've done numbers from 1 up to 4 together. So I expect you to do the rest by yourself. Remember to put a full stop at the end of a sentence. Without a full stop, your answer will be wrong. However much you write it with a very good handwriting, but when you miss a dot, then you'll get a big cross. Now, let's look at lesson 4 where you see comprehension. Comprehension. And let me read the instructions for you. Read the notice carefully and answer the questions about it in full sentences. Read the notice carefully and answer the questions about it in full sentences. Let me read the notice myself. Then we have the word fumigation. The chairman of Chitaka village in Nyendo sub-county informs all the people in that village to fumigate their homes in order to kill vectors like fleas, mosquitoes, and house flies. Venue, no, not venue. When? Wednesday, 18th November 2020. Time, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Note, don't enter your house immediately after fumigation. Village Health Secretary, 10th November 2021. Let me read again. I want to read as you also read. So we should read together. Read as you even point. You can even use your finger, hold the pen to point. I don't want to leave you behind. So 1, 2, 3, we go. Fumigation. The chairman of Chitaka village in Nyendo sub-county informs all the people in that village to fumigate their homes in order to kill vectors like fleas, mosquitoes, and houseflies. When? Wednesday, 18th November 2020. Time, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Note, don't enter your houses immediately after fumigation. And they are saying village health secretary, 10th November 2021. This date down is the date when they wrote this notice. And then the other date you're seeing, when they're asking when, that is the date when they will have to fumigate. Now the questions are here. What is the notice about? What is the notice about? I want to hear from my Indian boy. Krishiv, unmute yourself. Krishiv, unmute yourself. Yes, Krishiv, I'm waiting. Krishiv.
Teacher.
Yes, Krishiv.
Read the chapter because yet now I didn't get the books.
What happened? Okay, we are on page 23, Krishiv. We are on page 23 and we are on that notice. Okay? Now let me get someone else as also prepare yourself for another question. Yes, who can tell us the answer for number 1? Let's hear from Martha. Martha, unmute yourself. What is the notice about?
The notice is about fumigation.
The notice is about fumigation. By the way, do you children know the meaning of fumigation? It's like spraying your house. Yes, that is fumigation. So question number 2, who is informing the people about fumigation? Yes, I need to know the answer. Who is informing the children? Who is informing the people about fumigation? Let's hear from Julian. Julian, unmute yourself. And is that a full sentence, Julian? I always emphasize a full sentence. You should answer in a full sentence. And thank you for trying, Julian. Let's have someone else who can try to help Julian. Yes, I see you, Bella. Bella?
The chairman of Chitaka village is informing the people about fumigation.
Yes, the chairman of Chitaka village. We are going to add that word in Nyendo sub-county because you never know, we may be having another chairman called Chitaka in another sub-county, okay? So we are going to say the chairman of Chitaka village in Nyendo sub-county is informing people about fumigation. Let's try to answer this together. Everyone get your writing material and write for me the answer for number 2. The chairman of Chitaka village. Let me also write mine on the board. A sentence begins with a capital letter, don't forget that. The capital T, the chairman. Chairman is a compound word, it's one word. Don't separate it. The chairman of Chitaka is the name of a place that begins with a capital K. The chairman of Chitaka village. So I said we are going to add that word in Nyendo sub-county because you never know, we may be having another place called Nyendo. So we are going to, called Chitaka. So let's add the word in Nyendo sub-county. The chairman of Chitaka village in Nyendo sub. I know people are complaining about the space. You can try to fix it somewhere. It can fit. And here you're lucky you have big enough space here. In Nyendo sub-county is informing the people about fumigation. It is a long sentence, but that is the way you're supposed to answer it. Let's turn to the next page, and that is page 24. Page 24, in which sub-county is Chitaka village. That is very simple. You can do it. Number 4, write 3 vectors which should be killed by fumigation. The vectors are within. You read the notice and then look for those vectors. On which day will the people fumigate? The day is there. At what time? We are answering that together. At what time will the fumigation end? Yes, who can answer that for us? That is number 6. At what time? There is something I'm looking for in your answer. At what time? At what time will the fumigation end? At what time? Yeah, let's hear from Prosper. Yes, Madam Paradise, not Prosper, Paradise. Yes, Paradise? Oh, sorry about your network. Sorry about your network. I can't hear your words properly. Let's get someone else. Unmute Paradise. Okay, let's hear from someone else. Paradise, thank you for trying, but I couldn't hear you well. Let's get someone else. Let's hear from Batenga. But there are some people who haven't answered anything and their hands are up. That's bad of you. Yes, Batenga, unmute. Fumigation.
Fumigation will end at 3 a.m.
I expected that, and that is the only mistake I was looking for. Thank you for trying, but let's get someone else. We said we don't say PM. In English, there are some words we use. Okay, let's get some. Yes, Siobhan?
In the morning.
In the morning. PM is not in the morning. Thank you for trying anyway. Thank you. You almost got the answer correct. Do we have someone to correct her? Let's hear from teacher Asio Bella. Bella, can you correct Batenga? Unmute.
The fumigation will end at 3 o'clock in the evening.
I love that. You can even use the word afternoon. Let's use afternoon because 3 is still in the afternoon. Okay? So let's use the word afternoon. The fumigation will end at 3 o'clock. Remember 3 also in words. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you so much. The remaining questions are easy. You can answer them. And then when you go to, still on page 24, they're saying read the poem carefully and in full sentences answer the questions that follow. Let me read the poem myself. Vectors. I am a mosquito. My food is blood. But when I'm looking for my food, people slap me with their palms. I don't know why. I am a bed bug. I live in hidden places of people's home. I suck blood. People look for me in order to kill me. I don't know why. I am a human being. I hate mosquitoes because they spread malaria to me. Malaria makes my body sick and weak. I must fumigate to kill the mosquitoes. V. Conrad. I'm going to read that poem one more time. Vectors. I am a mosquito. My food is blood. But when I'm looking for my food, people slap me with their palms. I don't know why. I am a bed bug. I live in hidden places of people's homes. When I suck blood, people look for me in order to kill me. I don't know why. I am a human being. I hate mosquitoes because they spread malaria to me. Malaria makes my body sick and weak. I must fumigate to kill the mosquitoes. V. Conrad. So the questions the questions about this poem are on page 25, and they're very easy. If you read the poem very well, there's no way you can fail to answer them in a full sentence. What is the poem about? Where do bed bugs live? Who hates mosquitoes? Why do people look for bed bugs? How many verses? The word verses means the same as lines. So when they ask verses, you should count the lines. How many verses are in the second stanza? So you count the lines. Those are verses. Who wrote the poem? Which vector is talked about in the third stanza? Third? Oh yeah, it is there. I've seen it. How many stanzas has the poem? Write the title of the poem. Very easy. No one can fail such work. Unless you are a kind of person who doesn't like reading the poems. But if you read, then there's no way you can fail because all the answers are within the poem. So let's see something else, and that is lesson 6. And they're saying, think carefully and find the opposites of the following. Happy, sad. We have clean, dirty. Laugh, cry. Bad. If you're not bad, then you're good. If you're, we have the word adding, subtracting. Queen, king. True, false. Young, old. Niece, nephew. North, south. Young, old. East side, outside. Big, small. Fatter, thinner. Blunt, sharp. Yeah, when something is not sharp, then it is blunt. We have lightest, heaviest. Let's turn to the next page. Now, some words change their have their opposites by the use of the prefixes. When I talk of a prefix, this is a small word or letter put at the beginning of a word in order to change its meaning. A prefix is a small word, or it can even be a letter that can be put at the beginning of the word to change its meaning. Now we have examples of prefixes like an, un. We have dis, dis. We have im. So some words change by adding these. So for example, let me first deal with those words that have their opposite by adding an. Now I have words like lucky. If you're not lucky, then you are unlucky. Okay? If you're not lucky, then you are unlucky. And the opposite of lucky is unlucky. When you're writing such words, we don't space. For example, the word lucky. Lucky. If you're not lucky, we've said you are unlucky. You write the word un, don't leave a space. Add the word lucky. So it will be unlucky. If you're not lucky, you are unlucky. If someone is not educated, if you're not educated, then you are uneducated. If you're not educated, then you're uneducated. So the opposite of educated is uneducated. We have true. If you're not true, then you're untrue. But this word true has another word as its opposite, and that is the word false. So sometimes we use the word true, untrue, or sometimes we use the word false. So the opposite of true is untrue. We have the word equal, unequal, fair. If you're not fair to your friends, then you are unfair. We have the word friendly, unfriendly, tidy, untidy, lucky, unlucky, dress, undress. Okay? Undress, someone can tell you to undress. Undress, to remove your clothes. Maybe you're going to put on another cloth. We have safe, unsafe, comfortable, uncomfortable, tie, untie. When someone tells you to untie, it means you're going to remove, like if you've been tying him, you should stop tying and remove what you've been using to tie. That is untying. Aware, unaware. Are you aware that we are going to go back to school next year? Someone may say, I'm not aware. That means I'm unaware. I'm unaware. That means you're not aware. Then we have kind and kind. We have wise and wise. Willing and willing. Are you willing to go with us? I'm unwilling. Meaning you're not willing. So those are some of the words that begin with this prefix an, u and n. We also have those that begin with this. Maybe another word, maybe let me add another word. Let me add one word here. Discipline. Disciplined. Most of you make a mistake of saying indisciplined. That is wrong. So if you're not disciplined, then you are undisciplined. Undisciplined. So the opposite of disciplined is not indisciplined, but undisciplined. So let's look at examples of opposites by prefix dis. D-I-S. There are some words whose opposites are got by adding D-I-S. So we are going to use that prefix D-I-S to change those words into their opposites. This. For example, we have the word obey. If you're not obeying someone, then you are disobeying. Like I said, you don't have to leave a space. The word obey is like this, obey. And when you're writing its opposite, you will say disobey. You don't have to leave a space. It has now become one word, disobey. So obey, disobey. Approved, disapproved. Like, dislike. Grace, disgrace. Agree, disagree. When someone says, I disagree with you, that means she does not agree with you. She does not agree with what you've said. So she disagrees. The opposite of agree is disagree. Appear, disappear. Arm, disarm. Advantage, disadvantage. I know you've started looking at disadvantages and advantages in science and SST. What are the advantages of doing what? Of spraying, maybe of fumigating, like you've been looking at fumigating. When they talk of advantages, they're meaning the good things or the uses, the importance. That is the advantage. Then when they talk of bad things, then you shall say disadvantages. We have own, disown. If your parents disown you, my dear, you can suffer. You can suffer. Own, disown. Connect, disconnect. We have continue, discontinue. Honest, dishonest. Those are some of the words that can have their opposites by adding this prefix, this. Then let's have another prefix, and that is I-am. Im. We have the word moral, immoral. That is the opposite of moral. The opposite of moral is immoral. We have the word proper. The opposite of proper is improper. Like you learned proper fractions and improper fractions. Okay? So the opposite of proper is improper. We have possible. If something is, if something is not possible, then we say it is impossible. Like someone telling you to take away 10 from 3. That is impossible. It cannot happen. 10 is a big number. You can't take it away from 3. So that means you have to borrow from the neighbor. So impossible. Then we have the word patient, impatient. We have perfect, imperfect. If you're not perfect in your life, then you are imperfect. We have the word pure, impure. Polite, impolite. Balance, imbalance. Lesson 7. Make sentences from the table below. And we need only correct sentences. Let's have some people to make sentences from this table. Only correct sentences, my dear. Let's hear from some people whose hands are down. Let's hear from Carrie. Carrie, unmute yourself. Yes, Carrie?
Cockroach lay eggs in dark places.
Cockroach. Oh, they said cockroach. Okay. Cockroach lays eggs in dark places. That is correct. Another one. Another correct sentence. Oh, not you, Carrie. Let's hear from someone else. Thank you so much. Let's hear from someone else. Yes, Paul. Paul. I did. Sweetheart, I didn't hear you. You said people do what? For people slash bushes to chase away vectors. Good. Another one? Yes, Paul. I heard your answer. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Paisley. Paisley, unmute yourself. Right. Paisley. Paisley, unmute yourself.
Mosquitoes.
Yes. What do mosquitoes do? Yes, I'm waiting, Paisley. What do mosquitoes do?
Mosquitoes.
Yes.
Mosquito is found.
Do we have that sentence? Okay. Thank you for trying. Thank you, Paisley. Thank you. Let's have someone to correct you. Mosquitoes. Someone to talk about mosquitoes. I see your Bella talk about mosquitoes. What do mosquitoes do? Unmute yourself. Bella, you didn't unmute. The next sentence is going to be for Noella. I haven't heard anything from you, my girl.
On stagnant water.
Mosquitoes lay eggs on stagnant water. That's very correct. Now let's hear from Noella. Yes, Noella? Yes, unmute. Just press where you see a microphone. Wow, nice.
Rabies spreads rabies.
Good. Rabbit spreads rabies. Good. Thank you so much, my pretty girl. So rabbit, these are dogs, okay? Dogs and are they rats? So dogs, those are rabid dogs, rabid rats. They spread rabies. So rabbit spread rabies. Correct. This work here seems to be simple. Let's turn to the next page. Actually, there's nothing you're going to do here on the next lesson here. Now let's go on the next page, and that is page 28. Everyone turn to page 28. That's where we are. And they're saying, note, this is used to show that something is near. You can't say this is when the, like maybe you're talking about a pot and the pot is far, and then you said that this is. No. This is when something is near. When something is a distance or something is far, then you say that is. So we use this is to talk about something that is near, and we use that is to show that something is not near. And it still is not very far, but it is not near, but again not very far. That's when we use that is. Here they are saying use the pictures to tell the vectors using the structure this is. So here you're going to use the structure this is, meaning you're going to write a sentence. You're not just going to name the pictures, but you're going to use a structure this is. The space seems to be small, but we need a sentence there, okay? So the first one you're going to say this is a, you look at the picture, you name. Another one you say this is a mosquito, you write. This is a rat, you write. This is a rabbit dog. Then down you are going to use these are. And you know when you use these are, the word changes from singular to plural. The word fly will change to flies. These are house flies. These are mosquitoes. These are dogs. You can even just say dogs, not rabbit dogs. So 28, we are done with page 28. Let's go on page 29. On page 29, they are saying, what are those? Still, you make a sentence. Look at the picture and make a sentence. Make sentences for those pictures. So the next one says, read the passage carefully and answer the questions about it in full sentences. I need someone to read for us the story. Can we have Noella? I need to hear how Noella Naiga reads. Naiga Noella, read for us that story. When you're reading the story, you begin with a title.
Last week.
Begin with a title.
Field vectors. Last week, our science teacher.
Wait. There's someone telling you, tell her to stop. I need to hear you reading by yourself, not someone telling you the words. Yes, now you can go ahead and read. Last week, begin with the last time.
Last week. Last week.
What is the word time? Do you have it there? Thank you, Noella, for reading, but look at the words properly. Okay, I'm going to choose someone to read. Because of time, I'm going to choose someone to read so fast, but also keep reading from there.
Teacher.
All right. Be reading as you, she's going to read. You also read with her while pointing. Let me get someone else to read so fast. Who is going to read so fast? Oh, Nasolo, I've taken long without hearing from you. Now, can you read for us that story? Adeline, I missed you. Unmute yourself.
Last week, our science teacher told the pupils about diseases.
Mm-hmm.
During its first splash around your area in order
to scare.
scare away vectors.
Mm-hmm.
All
Stagnant water.
a way to stop the breeding places of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes spread malaria to people. We have also to wash our clothes and bathe every day so that fleas cannot attack us.
Mm-hmm.
Why
We should.
we should clean our places so the cockroaches can go away. Now you know how to away vectors.
Vectors. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, my girl. Okay, let me also read. Kill vectors. Last week, our science teacher taught the pupils how to reduce diseases. He gave us many ways of doing it. First, slash around your area in order to scare away vectors. Let all stagnant water away to stop the breeding places of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes spread malaria to people. We have also to wash our clothes and bathe every day so that fleas cannot attack us. We should clean our places and toilets so that cockroaches can go away. Now we know how to send away vectors. Thank you so much. Here are the questions. I'm not going to go through the questions, my dear. I've even read for you the story, and you think I can go through the questions? That's a lie. So children, we have the questions here. All the answers about this, all the answers are going to be got from the story up. So I'm not going to go through that. Let's turn to the next page. That is page 30. Page 30. Hope everyone is there. I didn't see Paisley turning. I didn't see Leah turning. I hope everyone is with me now. Wow, you're such good children. So page 30, we have choose a suitable word from the brackets to fill the blank spaces. Here, you're just going to choose like babies. Oh my goodness, that is the easiest work I've ever seen. You're going to choose, but choose wisely. Don't just choose. You have to read a sentence and then choose the correct word. So I'm not going to go here. I'm not going to go into this because the answers were given already. So you're going to choose. You read the sentence and choose the correct word from the brackets. So that one is finished. Here I have present simple tense. I've talked about these things and I know everyone is now knowing what to do. Present simple tense. Another word for present simple tense is everyday tense. Something you do every day. What do you do every day? I go to school every day. What does she do every day? She goes. Here we talk about something that happens every day. Okay? So this tense shows the daily actions. That is why it is also known as the everyday tense. So singular nouns take S, ES, or IES. Singular nouns. Singular means when you're talking about one. Singular nouns add S, ES, or IES on the verb, on the action word. For example, if you are talking about one girl, what does she do every day? And we have the word go. So we shall say she goes. We add es. What does she do every day? She goes to school every day. Let me talk about one cat. What does the cat do every day? The cat drinks. So I write my word drink and add s. The cat drinks milk every day. What does your sister do every day? My sister carries. Meaning you're going to write the word carry, you drop the y and add ies. My sister carries the baby every day. So here, when you're talking about one thing, in present tense, I mean one thing or one person, you must add either s, es, or ies on the action word, on the verb. We've been given, there's an activity here. Number 1 says, she dash our living room every day. In brackets, we have the word mop. You know what to write. She mops. But when we talk about many, then you leave the verb unchanged. For example, when you use they, when you use we, you use you are not going to add s. You can't say they goes. No, that would be wrong grammar. So when you're talking about many, you leave the word unchanged. Like they fumigate houses to keep bed bugs. But when it is one like here, Jane dash all the food to avoid flies to contaminate it. So Jane covers. We have an activity on page 31. On page 31. That is from number 4 up to number 10. You're going to do it yourself. Number 4 up to number 10. Then let's see lesson 5, where we have there are some of the words used in the present simple tense. There are some words that we can use in the present simple tense. For example, the word always. I always, 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 always. I always. We have the word sometimes. We have sometimes. We have often. When you're reading the word often, T is silent. You don't say often. T is silent, so you say often. I have the word usually. Usually. And then I have the word every day. These are the words commonly used in the present, in the everyday tense, in the present simple tense. So these are some of the words commonly used in this tense. We have always, we have sometimes, we have the word often, we have usually, and we have every day. And here are some of the examples. He always drinks boiled water. They slash the compound every day, every month. We often spray insecticide in the houses. I usually remove stagnant water around. So those are some of the words we can use in the everyday tense. So below is the activity. What do you do every day? Every evening? We've been given words in the brackets, and those are the words we are going to use in answering. Yes, who can tell us the answer for number 1? What do you do every evening? In brackets we have sleep under a mosquito net. But remember, I need a full sentence. Let's hear from Leah. Leah, unmute yourself.
We have it from here.
Yes, Leah? Leah, unmute. Run. Leah, where are you? Oh, sweetheart, let me answer this myself. What do you do every evening? I sleep under a mosquito net every evening. Oh, so you had unmuted yourself. You answer for us number 2. What do you do every day? What do they do every day? Leah, I'm not getting you. So children, we are going to answer questions, we are going to write the work up to page 32. Everyone put a star on page 32. Page 32. There are some people who don't want to put numbers, page numbers, and they end up leaving the work undone. So the page number is 32. Make sure you write up to page 32. We are stopping here for today. Thank you for being good children. We meet next time. Endeavor to do my work. I love you and goodbye.